Alright you guys, so let's get started with this look. I'm going to go ahead and add some of my LA Girl HD concealer in the shade Fawn to my lid area, and we're using this as our primer today. And I'm just going to blend it out using a brush from my OPV 30-piece brush set that they just recently sent me. Then I'm going to go in with this blending brush, also from that set, and use my Makeup Addiction Flaming Love palette. I'm going to use that kind of reddish brick color and apply that to my transition area and blend this out as much as I can. We want to make that nice and smoky. Now I'm going to go in with this chocolatey color from the Flaming Love palette from Makeup Addiction, and I'm just going to go in with this crease brush and apply this into my crease and blend it in with that transition color. Then I'm also going to go back in with my blending brush and blend those two together just to make sure they look nice and smooth. Now I'm going to go in with this All Naturel palette from Wet n Wild, and I'm going to use this black eyeshadow and pat this onto my lid using this shadow brush or large shader brush, depending on, what name they put on it, but this is a shadow brush to me. And I'm just going to pat that color onto my lid. This is going to work as a base for the glitter that I will be using on my lid. Now I'm going to use this MAC 3D black glitter. It's a gorgeous glitter, you guys. I'm sorry if you can't see me put it on at the beginning. My camera cut off, but I'm using my e.l.f. glitter primer to, make the glitter stick to my lid. So I apply that first and then I apply the glitter over it, okay? And you can get that in the dollar store. Alright, now I'm going to go in with this beautiful gold shade and this angled brush, and I'm going to highlight my tear duct area. Okay, all the shadows except for the black are from the Makeup Addiction palette. Okay, and I'm going to go back in with that crease brush and that chocolatey color and blend out my crease again so it looks nice and smooth. Then I'm going to go in with my LA Girl concealer and prime underneath my lower lashes. Then I'm going to go in with a small shader brush and smoke out my bottom lash line right underneath my lashes. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and also line my waterline using my Glide Gel Liner pencil from LA Girl. It's basically like gel liner in pencil form, and it's very black. So one of my favorite eyeliner pencils to use. I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Then I'm going to go back in with that shader brush and just blend those two products together so it looks nice and even. These are the lashes that I'm using. I'll show you guys in a separate video how I make them. It's two separate lashes that I stack together. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and apply this mascara from Pure. It's an amazing mascara. Definitely gives your lashes life. And then I'm going to go in and add those lashes. This time I use that duo glue, never again. Now I know why I do not use it. It's wet, it burns my eyes, it makes my eyes super watery. I was going to say wettery, but I just use it just to do something different. Now I'm going to go in with this Smashbox color correcting pencil, and this is the dark orange one. This one will definitely help hide that discoloration or tiredness or dark circles that you might have. So I'm going to use it for this tutorial. I really like the formula. I really like how easy it is to just blend it out with your finger. It's not super waxy or too oily. It's just right. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish that up and blend it out using my finger. You can use a damp beauty blender or a Real Technique sponge, depending on what kind of item you like to use to blend out your face products. Alright, for foundation, I'm using this Fit Me foundation from Maybeline in the shade Cappaccino, I believe it is. It's a beautiful shade of foundation. I really like how it complements my natural skin tones. It doesn't match to perfection, and it's not too dark and it's not too light. So it's just right. So, and it has a very nice matte look to it. Now I'm going to go in with this stippling brush from this Makeup Addiction Beauty by JJ set, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend out all of that foundation by doing the stippling kind of patting motion, okay? This is going to give you a very nice kind of airbrushed look. If you guys don't like brushes, you can go ahead and use your beauty blender to blend this foundation out. So I'm just going to keep blending. I want to show you guys pretty much most of the process of me blending this out. I usually like to squeeze my brush and, kind of put it in between my brows so I can blend out that area and just blend out under my eyes using the same squeezing motion so I can get into those tight parts of my face. Okay. So once I have that on, I'm going to go in with my HD concealer from LA Girl in the shade Fawn, and I'm just going to highlight my under eye area. I tried the toffee shade. It is not for me. It's too yellow. So I prefer my Fawn. It's perfect. It's good. I'm happy with it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my Fawn and just create kind of like a feathery triangular design under my eye. And I'm gonna go in with that same brush that I used to apply my foundation and start blending out the edges of the concealer, and then work my way to under the eye area by squeezing the brush so I can get into those tight spaces like that. And by doing this, it blends into my foundation really nicely, and it doesn't have any kind of noticeable start finish edges, if that makes sense. You know, this is another way for you guys to use one brush for different things instead of having to go out there and get a whole bunch of different brushes. Even though I'm using a whole bunch of different brushes in this video, you know, this is just another way for you guys to, you know, just use what you have pretty much at home. So I wanted a little bit more coverage under my eye area there, so I'm just going to add a bit more concealer and just blend that out. Then I'm going to move on to my Cupid's bow area, and I'm just going to highlight my Cupid's bow area. The purpose of this is just to kind of make the little triangular shape right above your lip and the top part of your lip to poke out a bit more. This is going to make your top lip seem fuller. Like my top lip is very thin to me, and it doesn't push out, I guess, as much as my bottom lip does. So that's why I do that. I'm also going to highlight my bridge part of my nose, and then I'm going to go in with my Ben 9 Neutral Set Powder to set under my eye area. You don't really need to set this concealer. It's totally up to you. If you have dry skin, you don't really need to. If you have combo skin, you can maybe get away with it, but if you have oily skin, you might want to set this concealer. Now I'm just adding a bit more foundation around my mouth area. Then I'm going to set it because, you know, I do have a lot of hyperpigmentation around my mouth area. And then during the winter time, you really see it a lot because my tan goes away. Okay, so that's just what I was doing there if you guys were wondering. Now I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal Infallible matte powder in the shade Cocoa. And I'm going to use this contouring brush also from the, yeah, there was something on that brush. I'm not sure what it was. I'm going to go in and add my contour and just kind of define my face. Basically put the shapes back into my face that the foundation took away. Okay, and this also gives you that nice sun-kissed look, like you've been in the sun, you know, and you lost a couple of pounds. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. No, you didn't lose a couple of pounds, but you know what I mean. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and contour. I like to call this a dry contour. The wet contour is like usually creams or liquids, but I like to call this a dry contour. And I prefer to use something matte as my contour. You don't want to use something oily as your contour because once you start sweating, that contour is going to look real interesting, okay? And it's going to be all into your hairline looking real sloppy, I guess. Anywho, as you guys could see, I'm contouring my nose using that same brush just by squeezing it, and you know, this gives it more of a natural contour instead of like a super defined contour where you see the two lines. And if that's the type of look you like, hey, go ahead and do that. Okay, I also went ahead and brushed off any excess powder that I had on my face and added that gold once again from my Flaming Love palette. Then I'm gonna go in with my highlight from Makeup Addiction. This is their Orgasmic Loose highlight powder, and it's just a gorgeous color, you guys. I think this will look so beautiful on medium to dark to deeper skin tones. Such a gorgeous color, you guys. I had a moment. Now I'm gonna go in with my Nars blush in the shade Lovejoy, and I'm going to apply that to my cheekbone area and blend it into my highlight just a bit, and use that blush brush from Makeup Addiction and apply that. Then for lips, oh my god, I'm so excited for this part. My new favorite red lipstick, liquid lipstick, by the way. I love the feel of this on my lip. It's not tight, it's not plasticky, it doesn't have a crazy smell. This one is from a company called The Lip Bar, and the shade is called Bawse Lady, B-A-W-S-E Lady. Love this shade. Absolutely love it. Probably the best red I've ever put on my lips. Alright, now that I'm done with my look, time for a quick selfie for the Instagram. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. And this is the final look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and share this video. I love you all so much, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye, guys.